Ever wondered how Chinese people spend their weekends away from the city rush? Think secret boat rides, a boat workshop lost in time,
Trying Huangjiu
yellow
beach
wine
for
ice
the very
cream,
first time.
and hidden ancient caves all in one day. Let's see how locals really escape the city and enjoy their weekends. All of us want to escape the city routine and concrete jungles from time to time. Today, I want to show you how people do it in China and what China looks like beyond the skyscrapers. This is Shaoxing, East Lake Cultural Park. Right at the entrance, after buying tickets, I'm also buying a collectible coin for 20 yuan, before stepping inside and immediately facing crowds of people on a narrow path. But don't let that discourage you. Somehow, once you go deeper into the park, it doesn't feel crowded. This park is actually quite small. You could walk through it in just 30 minutes if you're rushed. But if you do, you'd miss so many fascinating spots. Going further in, we finally reach East Lake itself, where an authentic wooden boat welcomes us. I can't be sure, but honestly it feels like this place hasn't changed much in the last 500 years. Well, except now the boatmen have smartphones. I was about to keep going when I suddenly heard the sound of a saw and caught the strong smell of fresh wood, which pulled me off the main road. Hidden among the trees, I found a boat workshop. I asked the carpenters if I could film them, and to my surprise, they happily agreed. Just the sound of tools and birds singing, far away from the roads, traffic, and city noise. With clay and wool, they seal up the leaks in no time. And after a quick dry under the sun, the boat is ready to hit the water again. Remember what I said about crowds? Surprisingly, no line at all when I came back. So I grabbed a life jacket and finally boarded the boat. A funny detail here. The boatmen steer using their legs while sitting on a chair. I don't think I've ever seen this before. It seems like the ultimate effort-saving technique. Well, apart from using an engine, of course. Unlike most lakes, East Lake isn't fully natural. These dramatic cliffs and caves were actually carved out by ancient workers who mined huge stone blocks here over 1,000 years ago. Those stones were used to build imperial palaces and grand projects for emperors. Over centuries, what started as a quarry turned into a beautiful lake surrounded by steep stone walls and mysterious caves, blending human history with nature. The park is often described as a natural ink painting because of its dramatic shapes and reflections on the water. Today, visitors ride traditional boats through the narrow caves and tunnels, almost as if traveling back to ancient times. And even though the workers are gone, you can still feel the spirit of craftsmanship and the silent stories hidden in these stones. I almost forgot to mention the ticket price. It's 50 yuan to enter the park, plus an extra 40 yuan for the boat ride, which in my opinion is absolutely essential. Without it, you won't be able to explore the caves, like the one you're seeing right now. There's something special about drifting through these passages, knowing that they were carved entirely by human hands. It makes you feel a unique sense of admiration and respect for the people who shaped this place centuries ago.
这里还有监控啊！
One of the most Chinese things I've seen recently, a security camera deep inside the cave. Watching how the boatmen feel every movement of the boat and glide through such tight spaces makes me wonder, how many times have they done this road? At the end of the boat ride, there is a souvenir shop full of local goodies. Pans, badges, fans, bags, and bookmarks featuring China's 100 ancient surnames, which cover about 85% of the population. For example, this one, Peng, whose ancestor was the legendary sage, Pengzu. There are also boat miniatures and fridge magnets, many featuring Lu Xun, sometimes called the Chinese Shakespeare. I decided to try a local drink instead, Yangmei sparkling water.
我做慢点啊。哎，好，谢谢啊。
It's a bit sour and quite sweet. Honestly, I wish it had a little less sugar. But even so, it's pretty tasty and definitely worth a try on a hot day. Apparently, there's even a helicopter right here, and the price is surprisingly reasonable. And finally, before heading back to Hangzhou, I had to try the famous yellow wine ice cream.
黄酒冰淇淋
黄酒冰淇淋外面的5块一个，
有什么区别吗？这几个？
这个酒味浓一点，这个嘛稍微淡一点，这个白色嘛最淡的。
那中一点的吧。多少钱
？5块钱。
好了啊，记得。哎，拜拜。Trying Huangjiu 冰淇淋 for the very first time.
It was hard to describe, but you can probably read it on my face. Not amazing, not terrible. Even though I got the strong flavor one, there is no strong alcohol taste. It tastes more like slightly old yogurt? Worth trying just so you can tell your friends about it, but don't expect to be blown away.
Click right here if you want to know more about street food in China, including stinky tofu.